he said. Well, according to me, the characteristic of your design is sometimes is the style very fun, very colorful, and sometimes it's very logic. According to your opinion in your life, even if you are a person who's a mix of style, like your design? A very nice question. I don't know if my design, I cannot see if my design is colorful, fun, entertaining. It's the best thing I can do for that type of client, for that circumstance. I am not looking, I am not Karim Rashid who wants to have a style that in some way can be recognizable for that style. In some way, I want to be to the service of the brand. Which is putting together a brand and designer. For sure, in life, it's how you see me. Probably my design, and I hope that my design reflects me as a person.
If
you want to say that sometimes there is a greater expressive freedom, and sometimes there's a reason that at the end it works on a very logic form. Yes, exactly. It's a total other form. Yeah. Different languages. In reality, maybe no. There's the idea. I was saying, so there are 1,000 times of ways of doing this work. My attitude, it's a bit antique, and the designer has to work with the brand. So, I had the example of Karim Rashid. He could do the blob lamp for Foscarini, and he could do it for Crudolini or Floss. It's a designing style and code. Rather, I think that a good project, that if I have the same idea and develop it with Foscarini or with Floss, the results has to be different, because it's two core corporate businesses which are totally different in terms of... I had intervened because to avoid a diplomatic... Because if you say colorful to a designer, some things very, very bad can happen. This way I intervened. He didn't say anything. Please, it's an adjective that has to be very careful in using when you say colorful. Don't worry, I am okay with this. Right? You shouldn't be saying colorful. You're not a colorful designer. I'm not that kind of designer that Ali talks about. I'm impartial. Okay, I think I would close everything. One last question. You can tell me I'm colorful, it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Before you said about the Casamania armchair, the one all stripes. It's the leftovers, right? And that's something that didn't work out. And at the end, it was another extra couch. Well, do you have this idea that sometimes you should not do things just in addition? There's so many, but why? Yeah. There's so many. There's so many designers. Why, though? Well, no. Yes, you have to be very careful. Very careful. We have a role, a social role in some way. We have to take knowledge of what we're doing, not doing just an extra product. And we have to defend an idea, and if an idea originates in this way, because it has a sense, if then it's not perceived by the brand, well then the risk is that of doing just another little armchair. Which does not have the sense of respect towards something. And it's a perception that it becomes even more important than the product itself, so that's a wrong perception. Many people say this. I don't know how many manage to do this. We have to do less, but better. Balancing with the fact that we need to survive. Before you said that to this you would have said no. You didn't say no because you said it's only a matter of fact of understanding that some ideas make sense and some other things make no sense. And then you said no. You didn't say no because you didn't realize this, or because in that moment you said, I do not have the strength of a designer. I do not have the strength to impose, professional strength to impose a no. Or at least I did not feel to say in front of a client, hey, no, you're not understanding a beep. And sometimes you need to do it. It's a stupid question. Things happen in life, and if you did not have met this famous girlfriend, the Swedish girlfriend, would your mind take you somewhere else? I think so. Because since the real beginning, since I was dislocated and so located in Venice and not in Milan, I have always lived design, thinking if I can manage. I was observing Guzzini, who was in Monaco, Lake in Paris, a series of other designers going to Berlin, and I said, well, if all these designers can do this job around the world, and they're working with the brands all over the world, why can't I do this that I live in Venice? So, I always thought of design not only... I have never thought of design only in Milan. So certainly, in terms of personal ambition, I believe that I want to work with brands which are outside Italy, and I always wanted to do that, and that I would have done it. My first meeting was that with a person who was an English, who was working with an Italian brand, and this has brought me to do a certain type of vision. Just like you were saying, well, a joke, Fabio Novembre says that the Vatican of design is Milan. Fabio Novembre says that. Yes, maybe with Fabio designs, it's okay, it works. I don't know if you could do the pant and chair with the ass in Sweden. I wanted to ask a question according to the fact that we're in a school and to the fact that propose a reflection concerning students that will then become designers or another job. Is it true that the world is changing in a quicker way and in a rapid way, and we've seen this in the last 20 years? More or less once you're starting working. Let's take this time. Do you think we can do some projections? Do you think the world will change in the world of design, and What will they do? Chairs, vases, lamps, with some problems of other kind. Well, I hope they can do the chairs. Yeah, those small little cherries, which is a good step. Then if they can also do some little vase, it would be good. And maybe we can open other type of projects. Regarding the social theme of before, the responsibility of designers in the world, consumption, objects, quantities. And you can do that also doing a little chair. Yes, right? For how the world is moving, for the things that are opening, for the world scenarios, according to your opinion. I don't know if you've ever thought of this or if it makes sense. Well, observing what is happening, certainly. I'm just making an observation. I don't know if it's the correct field to say this in sector. I say this to my students in Venice. I have read somewhere that there are 20 million industrial designers in China. 20 million? And this probably is another type of scenario, right? So there are a lot of universities, some design schools, and so on. And so there is a production, let me just say production, which is a lot of people want to be designers. So they produce designers. And I also say, the world needs all these designers. Do we really? No. Maybe not. Well, it depends what these designers do and what they will do. Now, architects build buildings with cement. Maybe architects in 20 years will demolish the construction of armed cements to create gardens. 10% of architects, especially in Italy, build. The rest do postmen and bureaucrats with permissions, dias, and all that. So this is another type of thought. The others are designers. No, I don't think so. I don't think so many architects in this moment that are really designers. Because clearly they have a competition, which is maybe once. Going back to the question you were asking, and the space of designers that I have done linked to the prosciutto brand, well, I think that designers have to abandon what is considered cool in the world of design and balance it, and having some collaborations also with brands that want in some way to jump in the world of design, acquiring a series of processes which are internal to the brand, because we need to remember, well, doing design is not only having the word design or name of the product and structure the brand itself with a series of different characteristics to make sure that design works. And I also believe that in the next 20 years probably the space will be greater, especially what has always been seen something that you just look at it from up above, like the Gotha of design. If you consider it, the majority of things, especially here in Italy, design, well, there are designers which are very, very good, and they do what? Wheelchairs. But they're not even considered in the same way as designers who do lamps and chairs, little cherries, like you say. This is very wrong, because probably we need all these, and you have to go further on in other situations. In my thoughts, there is Murano. I wanted to know if for you, since you're such an industrial designer, Murano is design, or for you it's something else? No. Okay, if there aren't any other questions, I thank you very much, and let me just close this. Many different matters have emerged. I have many questions to ask you, and I believe that the time is over and we have to finish.